All right, so, like, what if Earth, our home, right, was this total mystery to everyone else out there in the galaxy? No coordinates, no records, zip, just like rumors and legends.
I get it.
A future where nobody knows where humanity came from. That's kind of the wild ride we're on today.
Sounds intriguing.
We're digging into Isaac Asimov's Foundation and Earth. This book, it's like a treasure hunt, except the prize is finding Earth itself.
Asimov always did know how to set a stage.
And to help us decode all this galactic empire stuff and lost history, we've got our expert here.
Glad to be along for the ride.
So paint us a picture. What's the galaxy look like as this hunt for Earth kicks off?
Well, imagine this, right? The galactic empire, it's on its last legs, crumbling. But rising from that mess, the Foundation, they're guided by this thing called psychohistory. It was thought up by Hari Seldon.
Okay, so psychohistory. Big, complex idea, but relevant even now, don't you think?
Absolutely, to predict human behavior. On a galactic scale, it's a long shot.
Mind-blowing. So we've got the Foundation, but then there's our main man, Golan Trevize.
Right, Trevize.
He's not totally on board with this whole unified galaxy plan, this Galaxia thing.
Right.
He decides, hey, let's find Earth. But it's deeper than just curiosity with him, right?
Oh, absolutely. He wants proof. Validation. Does Seldon's plan hold water or not? Earth is the key for him?
Yeah. He's like, I need to see it to believe it. It's almost like he's trying to prove Seldon wrong, or maybe even prove him right. What would push someone to take on such a huge task?
Well, Trevize, he's a product of his time. Psychohistory, it's looming over everyone's future. But he's got to scratch this itch. Where'd we come from? He sees Earth as the answer. Understand our past, and maybe, just maybe, you get a glimpse of the future.
So it's more than just finding Earth. It's about understanding what it means to be human.
You got it. And that search takes him to some very, how should I put it? Peculiar places. The Forbidden Worlds, wiped from all the records.
Ooh, Forbidden Worlds. Sounds mysterious. Like stumbling onto a hidden level in a video game. What makes them so forbidden? So dangerous.
These worlds, they're like time capsules. Untouched by the Empire, by the Foundation, left alone for centuries. They're snapshots of what might have been, for good or bad.
Okay, so we've got these worlds. What's the first stop on this interstellar road trip? Aurora. What's waiting for Trevize there?
Aurora is wild. Literally, humans are gone. Long gone. What's left? Packs of dogs. Smart ones, though, and fierce. You think, what happens when humans aren't around to run things?
Woof. Yeah, that's a bit intense.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got Aurora, a planet gone to the dogs, literally. But next up, he heads to Solaria. Now, Solaria, this one's a doozy, right?
Oh, yeah. Solaria. They've embraced genetic engineering self-sufficiency, but taken to the extreme.
Give us the rundown. What's up with the Solarians?
Picture this. They're hermaphrodites. Got these incredible mental powers. They can manipulate energy, like, with their minds. But
It's always a but.
big time. They can't stand physical contact, like, at all. It's a total no-go.
So much power, but completely isolated. Makes you wonder, how much is too much when it comes to technology? Where do we draw the line?
Right. That's what Asimov is getting at, I think. The Solarians, they're like a warning sign on the road to progress. Lose that human connection, and where are you really?
Okay, so creepy isolation on Solaria, nature running wild on Aurora. What's the final stop on this Forbidden Worlds tour?
That would be Melpomene. Bleak. Desolate. But when Trevize digs a little deeper, he finds the remnants of a civilization.
Ghosts of the past.
Exactly. And a warning, I think. Even the biggest empires, they can crumble. Nothing lasts forever.
Talk about a reality check.
Yeah.
We've got these three crazy, diverse worlds. But what's the connection to Earth? That's the big question, isn't it?
That's where things get even more interesting. Yeah, it's like each of these worlds, they're pieces of a puzzle, right? Showing us different sides of humanity, different paths we could have gone down.
But how do they fit with Earth? That's the missing piece Trevize is hunting for.
Exactly. He starts to see these worlds as possibilities. Aurora, that's what happens when nature takes over. Solaria, the dangers of too much tech, too much isolation. And Melpomene, a reminder that even the biggest empires can fall.
It's like each world is a funhouse mirror, reflecting a different possible future for humanity. How does Trevize deal with all this? It's not just about coordinates anymore, right? It's about big questions, destiny, the whole shebang.
It's a lot, even for Trevize. But he's not just looking for Earth on a map, remember. He's got something to prove. To himself, maybe. He needs to know, does Seldon's plan hold up? These forbidden worlds, they make him confront everything he thought he knew.
It's a journey of self-discovery then, too, not just across the galaxy. So does he actually get any closer to finding Earth?
In a way, yeah. So Selden's plan, it depends on Earth being a myth, right?
Right.
Well, Travis finds a planet, and it's almost too perfect. Atmosphere, conditions, everything. Like Earth before we even left.
A snapshot of home. Okay, there's got to be a catch.
There's always a catch. This perfect Earth, it's orbiting a binary star system.
2 suns. But Earth, our Earth, just has the one, right?
Exactly. It's like finding a key that almost fits, but not quite.
Frustrating. Poor Travis. So close, but...
It makes him rethink everything. About Earth, about history, the whole deal.
It's like Asimov is saying. Even in space, the biggest discoveries make you question everything you thought you knew. But where to next?
This is where it gets even weirder. Travis, he's drawn to this Earth-like planet's moon. Not the planet itself, the moon.
Drawn? Okay, what are we talking about here? Some mystical force, tractor beam.
Asimov's good at that, blending the science fiction with something more. Travis is logical, but he's also got instincts.
So he goes with his gut. What's he find on this moon?
Something that changes everything. He meets our Daniel Oliva.
Okay, gotta ask, who's this Daniel and why is he such a big deal?
Daniel is a robot, but not just any robot. He looks human, and he's been around for thousands of years, quietly watching, even nudging humanity along.
Wait, hold on. A robot who looks human and is thousands of years old. How's that even possible? A robot, but human-looking, and he's been around for thousands of years. How? Just how?
That's Asimov for you. He takes these wild ideas, these almost mythical beings, but somehow they feel real. Daniel shows what AI could be, but also like the big what-if questions about technology, you know.
So Daniel's Asimov's poster child for the future, a future where robots and humans, you can't tell them apart. But what's he been doing all this time? What's the plan with him showing up now?
Here's the kicker. Daniel, he's not just watching. He's been shaping history for centuries, nudging humanity towards, well, a destiny.
Nudging? Sounds a little creepy, no? What's this destiny exactly? Who made him the boss of humanity's future?
Daniel's big idea is Galaxia, a unified galactic consciousness. All those empires rising and falling, all that chaos. He wants to break the cycle.
Galaxia. Billions of minds, all connected. Whoa! But doesn't that kind of squash free will? Individuality? The things that make us, well, us.
Exactly. Asimov wants us to wrestle with that. Is a future where someone else makes all the choices really a future, or do we need the freedom to mess up, to choose, even if it means things stay a little chaotic?
Order versus freedom, the ultimate question. So how does Travis take all this? Finding out this robot's been pulling the strings for centuries.
Remember, Travis, he starts this whole thing questioning Selden's plan. That relied on a psychohistory, predicting the future with math. Now here's Daniel, who's been out there making the future happen.
Talk about a mind bend, like finding out you've been playing chess against someone who rigged the game from the start.
Right. Makes Travis rethink his whole deal. Is Galaxia the only way forward, like Daniel says? Or is there another path, one where humanity gets to, write its own story?
So, big choice for Travis now. Side with the robot who's been running the show for millennia, or find a different path. We started looking for Earth and uncovered a conspiracy spanning thousands of years, all thanks to a very old robot.
Huh?
Classic Asimov.
Foundation and Earth, it makes you think, right? Empires, tech, what does it mean to be human? Big questions.
It's been a wild ride through the galaxy with Asimov. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Foundation and Earth. We'll be back soon with more adventures in knowledge and imagination. Until then, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep looking up.